Hello, Katie Johnson here. We're going to do another butterfly card. If you have been following my Monday videos, you know that this past month we've been doing a lot of different techniques and fun projects using the Sketched Butterflies stamp set. The images in here really do look sketched. There are open areas between the lines, so it is fun to come back and do some coloring with it, but we've been doing some other art techniques with this stamp set. By the way, I love this combination of a scripty font with a block font. It makes a really beautiful card. Okay, the thing about this stamp set is, in addition to the scripty look, because the one we're going to compare it with today, this is a much more bold, solid look to the lines on here. And another difference between them is that this one is a red rubber set, and this one is a photopolymer set. So with the photopolymer, it's easier to see where you're going to place your stamps. So I'm going to take a minute to talk about what you see here. This is a set of label dies. This stamp set is called Labeled with Love. It has this image, which would actually print the label shape. And then as a coordinating product, you could choose to buy a punch that would punch out that shape, or you could choose to buy this little set of dies, which would die cut the shape. And I just put it in one of our clear envelopes and then stuck it right inside the case so that it's just right here anytime I want to use it. These images all would fit on that little label shape. Look at this. I like the vertical images as well, but we're going to use this one right here on today's project. So now let's look at some of the product that I've pulled out for today's project. You'll notice that this has the line image, which you can certainly bring out markers or colored pencils and do some beautiful coloring on your own. It also has this stamp right here. This one is just a great big block stamp, and I'm going to get a... So here are my stamps ready to go. The line image, the bold face for coloring, because this is a two-step stamp set, and my sentiment. I've pulled out some colors to use, and I've got one tool out here, which I'm going to use in one quick second here. Let me move this off to the side. So here are my stamp colors that I'm going to use. We're going to make a flurry, a little cloud of butterflies today, all in different colors. And if you are unfamiliar with it, Stampin' Up! Sells labels to go with the ink pads because they are supposed to be stored horizontal. The way these ink pads work is that they hinge so that the surface is facing you while you're stamping, and when you close it, that surface is facing down so that the ink is running always and ready on the surface. And then if you aren't familiar with it, the back side has these labels. Petunia Pop is a brand new in color, and I haven't put the label on yet. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to just loosen it and pull up that label. And then I can label the end of my ink pad. It comes in a variety. Stampin' Up! Is in various different markets. I'm just going to lay my ink pad down, make sure that I've got it on the right end. I like to keep mine so that when I pull them out, I can read them and it's right side up instead of upside down. And then I can just take my two ends of my label, center it left, right, make sure it's level on the ink pad, and lay it on there. So now that one is labeled as well as the others. The white lettering on the yellow I felt wasn't dark enough for my eyes to actually read the words, and so I hand wrote that one on there. All right, so I'm going to show you another little trick. Many times when you have two ink pads sitting next to each other, it's really difficult to tell which color you're looking at. And so you can see I've taken one of those extra labels and I've labeled that trough. This is a finger trough for you to put your fingers in. I close them by pushing with this finger right here and putting my fingers in this little nice clean space, and a combination of push it and pull it, and then I can pull to close the thing. Okay, so let me pull off. I could choose a different language if I want, or I can just choose this blank one down here, and again lift it from where the break is, or I've got this little corner tab I could come and lift up underneath there as well. Either way is going to get me access to the label that I want. There's the blank one, and now let's put this on the inside. So this is another use for my Take Your Pick tool, because this is a challenge. I can't get my fingers down in there like I did on the front. So getting it placed in there level is sometimes a bit of a challenge. And what I like to do is lay that label on my Take Your Pick tool, and now I have a handle to bring it in. So now I can come like this and just lay that right in, peel it loose, and go ahead and press it down. All right, I'm going to start by putting my sentiment down in the lower right-hand corner. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm just going to fill in the area with a bunch of butterflies that we will come back and color. Now comes the fun part. We're going to use this stamp and come in and fill in the colors. So this is my plan on the order for the colors. I have a granddaughter who loves her little butterfly dress, and these are the colors that are in it. Now, because I'm going to use this same stamp in multiple different colors and I don't want to mess up my ink pads, I'm going to need to wash them off in between. Stampin' Up! Does sell a chamois. You can tell mine is much loved. It's very spongy, very thick, hold lots of water. I just keep it in a stamp case. I actually had moistened this for use, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, and it holds its moisture. It holds that moisture very nicely, never molds, doesn't clean up all the way, but that's not an issue. All I want it for is to take the ink off of the stamp, and it does a beautiful job of that. All right, so here we go. And that's all there is to two-step stamping. And bringing my Take Your Pick tool back in, once again, my favorite use for this is to use it to help position my bling. This is actually a very quick and easy card because of the fact that this is a two-step stamp set. So this is a sweet little butterfly set, right? Perfect for people who like to color, markers, colored pencils, paintbrushes. Very versatile for gift giving, making tags. And remember, this is a bundled product. You can buy the stamp set all by itself. You can also get 10% savings if you decide to buy the dies, or this one is unique. This one comes with dies, or there's a punch. You could do a punch instead if you don't have a die cut machine. So if you like butterflies, make sure you read the description, because I will go back and put in links for some of the other projects that I made with the sketched butterfly stamp set. 2 awesome butterfly stamp sets. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because then you'll get notification. Well, you have to ring the bell. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, and then you'll get notifications when I post future videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Katie Johnson, and have an ink-credible day.